This week in Weekly World News, listen how a Norfolk Southern rep explains to East Palestine residents in a recent town hall how, through the miracle of modern engineering, too advanced for many small minds to understand, how running hundreds of 2-mile-long trains over contaminated soil is the best option when you start a cleanup of toxic chemicals. Next week, he will cover how to decontaminate and clean your homes by walking on your carpet with muddy boots.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, hey boss, this is for you. Okay. My name's Mike. The question is, why wouldn't you guys dig it up first before you put the railroad back through? Is it because you guys are losing too much money?
Very good question. We know.
Here's my second question today. You want to dig up one track, leave the other track, and put the track back and dig up the other track, but wouldn't you contaminate the other side you just dug up?
No, so if you go next door,
That's physically impossible.
Yeah.
To dig up, you'd have to take those tracks out, dig them up, so you wouldn't contaminate the other side.
So if you'd like to learn more about the plan,
It's not about the plan, dude. It's like common sense. Science. Here's science. What did you learn in science? Did you learn a mushroom cloud?
it's very
What
simple.
does a mushroom cloud mean in science?
It's very simple engineering. Okay. We ran this by both the fire chief and the mayor. The idea is to keep the truck traffic to a reasonable level for public safety issues.
Okay, so don't run the trains.
So
Don't run the trains. No, don't run the trains. You already have 170 blocked off, if I'm correct. Or whatever, I'm not good with names. But right down there by Leaks, have your trucks run in and out of there. Don't run your trains. Get the stuff cleaned up that it should have been done in the first place before the evacuation was even lifted.
so we can't even.
And the whole reason why that you did that was, I don't think it's to show as money, it's so you guys could have got out of here as fast as possible before the EPA stepped in or anybody else.
No, that's not.
Well, then how did you guys run the trains 15 minutes and you're saying that everything's contaminated? You knew it's contaminated.
There were multiple
You didn't
ways.
clean it.
There were multiple ways to look at this contamination in the site and figure out how
So
to.
we're getting pigs because it's never happened.
No, soil vapor evaporation. There are a lot of other techniques. We heard you. You said you want us to dig it up, so we came up with a plan to do that. We cannot. Listen. There are still tank cars on the site, on the north side, because they're under a temporary restraining order. We can't remove them until people get to inspect the cars. Okay? So, no, it's illegal. It's a legal issue. Okay? So we couldn't even remediate the north side until we can get those cars out of there, and we don't know when that's going to take place. So we're starting on the south side. We're going to get that done, and then sometime around March the 28th, 29th, knock on wood for good weather, we'll start the north track, and we'll be done by the end of April.
The only other question I got for this, and in all honesty, if this happened in a richer neighborhood, a richer town, let's say a bigger neighborhood, would it have been cleaned up a lot faster?
Sir, I'm going to tell you that we really have never had an accident like this in my career. Okay?